Hey Flosstube, I'm Emily, Stitching Mama on Instagram and here on YouTube. I am excited to share my WIP parade with you. Excited to be here and join the Flosstube community. So I was inspired by my friend Danielle, who's Crafty Stitches on Instagram and YouTube. She started with her WIP parade and I thought, what a great idea. I will do the same thing. So I'm going to start in order of, I guess, my oldest WIP to my newest one. So a little about me, I have been cross-stitching for about 10 years. I started when I was pregnant with my oldest. I saw a frosted pumpkin stitchery, kind of like woodland themed one. And his nursery was also woodland themed, so I thought, well, I'll just stitch this up as a sampler, and fell in love. Love it. So yeah, he is 9 years old. He's our oldest, and then I also have a 6-year-old girl and a 4-year-old boy. This is kind of one of my stitching spots. I kind of, up until this year, I have been homeschooling our 3 kids. I also work from home. So it's kind of wherever I can fit it in here and there. I heard one time that if you want to get more reading in, you just keep a book with you. And when you have 10 minutes here or there, you whip it out, get a few pages in. And I thought, well, I could apply that to cross stitch too. I could bring a project with me in the car, and while I'm waiting in car line. They did go to a 1-day-a-week school, so I was in car line 1 day a week. Or, you know, at the doctor's office, or swim lessons, any place that I could bring my project, I would. So, yeah, so without further ado, I will go ahead and start my WIP parade. I have them all here. They're all out of bags, so I'm going to try to stuff them in the bag after I show them to you. I don't have a lot of fancy bags, but anyway, we'll just get started. So this is Satsuma Street. It's one of her Pretty Little City series. So this one is New York City. I started this probably around 2014, 2015. I have not been very organized with my WIPs, so I have just now made a list, and we're going to estimate on what, when I started these. This fabric is 28 count even weave from Hobby Lobby. I don't think they sell it anymore. The Hobby Lobby selection used to be really good, and now it's not so good anymore, but that's okay. I'm using all the called for DMCs, so I haven't gotten very far on this one. I did a couple of her other Pretty Little Cities, and I just love her colors. Her colors are so bright and fun. So yeah, maybe I will show you the ones that I completed in a future video. Okay, so that was not my first project, but my oldest one. Then so I started the New York City one kind of to commemorate a trip that my husband and I took to New York City when I was pregnant with my oldest. I also did the Washington, D.C. one, which is another trip that we took. That one's finished, so one day you'll see that one. But anyway, I grew up in New Jersey, and so on the trip to New York City, we were staying with my grandma, and I saw in my grandma's house she had a cross stitch that my aunt had done. And I'm not sure what the pattern name is. I'm not sure if it's available. I just took a picture of it, and I'm kind of trying to stitch it from the picture. So I'll put a picture of it. And I obviously don't know any of the colors or anything, but this is what I have so far. I think I was going to make it for me and my husband, but I think I might make it for my mom. So kind of trying to figure out colors as I go. I think this, so I think I'm gonna rip this black out and make the letters that kind of gray color. I think the black is just a little too much. So so yeah, and this is on Picture This Plus Confetti 32 count. So yeah, that's what I have so far. Like I said, 32 count, Picture This Plus Confetti. I think I got it on 1, 2, 3 stitch. And then I just have kind of some colors that I thought might look good. Okay, so after that, I got really into Frosted Pumpkin. So I bought the Frosted Pumpkins. They had different season samplers. So they had spring, summer, winter, fall. Obviously, I finished summer when my oldest was a baby. But these still are work in progress. This one is spring. So this fabric is also even weave from Hobby Lobby. My margins are very large on this one. So that was kind of one of my first projects. I tend to gravitate towards projects that have like little finishes in them. I don't know, I like being able to get little finishes here and there. And my needle minder. But first, coffee, of course. Love coffee, so. All right, so that one was spring, and this one is winter. It's a little bit of a mess here. What is going on? Don't know what that is. Okay, so this is winter. I think there are, I want to say 26 boxes in all. But it's just kind of like a fun little cute stitch. Each one is just like a little motif. So, and then a needle minder from Frosted Pumpkin. This is the same even weave from Hobby Lobby. I got the same kind of fabric for each of the seasonal samplers. So yeah, I think there's 25 boxes in each one. So 5 by 5. So that one was spring. Right. And guess what's coming next? That was spring. I finished summer. So here's autumn. I like to work on these like during the seasons. Like obviously I'm probably gonna save this one for autumn. I finished the summer one, so today is July 1st, so probably not gonna be working on any of these anytime soon. Although I did put them on my WIP board. I started a WIP board recently, like yesterday, 2 days ago. I just crossed out the numbers that had already been called. So one of the squares is to work on the seasonal sampler. So maybe I'll get one of those. And this needle minder is also from Frosted Pumpkin. Very cute. And for all of these, I just was using the called for DMC. All right, Frosted Pumpkin again. I really like Frosted Pumpkin patterns. I think they're so cute. Okay, so but for this one is a 32 count. This is my first foray into the higher counts. 32 count. Let me see. Crystal gingerbread from Picture This Plus. I was using all the called for DMC. So maybe I'll work on this one in Christmas. I really love the border around it. So that one will be a fun one to work on. I do like the sparkly crystal. One of my projects for my daughter I did on crystal fabric, so that was a lot of fun. Very pretty. All right. Okay, so those were all the Frosted Pumpkin ones that I have for that I started in about 2015. The Christmas one I started probably 2017. Okay, and then now we're getting into, this is one that I started in 2020. I discovered Caterpillar cross stitch, and this is called Positivity Rules. Positivity Rules. I do not have a very large start on this. So, but again, I just like the colors. I enjoy just trying different things. This one is on, I don't know actually. It's something from Picture This Plus. It may be Murmur, but I'm not 100% sure. This is actually one of the first projects that I started trying the sewing method with. And I tried in this heart, I did some of the rows with sewing method and some just like regular cross stitch. So the sewing method is faster, but I don't know, I think I prefer how it looks with regular cross stitch. So I don't know, I do the sewing method sometimes. I think with this floppy fabric though, it's a little bit harder to do. So yeah, and then this needle minder is one that I made. It is Rapunzel. It's actually a Disney pin that I cut the back off of and then just glued a magnet to. So I have a few of those. I really like those. All right, so that one was Positivity Rules. One day we'll finish that one. I'm not really concerned about finishing a lot of these. I just like the process of stitching them. So that's the fun part for me, is watching things come to life and the colors and just the process of doing it. So okay, then I started a stitch along. This one is Tiny Modernist as the designer, and this was a stitch along called Every Season Sampler. Each of the motifs was released at different times, and I obviously did not keep up with the stitch along, but that's okay because this one called for fancy floss, and this was kind of like my first foray into fancy floss. So I am using most of the called for colors. I'm doing the called for specialty ones, which are Classic Colorworks. But then I did I remember I went to my local Little Needle, LNS, Little Needle shop, and they didn't have one of the colors, so I just made a substitution with Weeks Dye Works. And then I used most of the DMC that it called for. And then my coffee needle minder, of course. So this one, historically I am very bad about just keeping things on a Q-snap. Excuse me, so this one has been on a Q-snap for a while. I don't know, I just don't like the process of taking it off, putting it on and taking it off and putting it on and taking it off. But I guess it's better for the fabric, but you know, just do what you want. This bag, beautiful. Okay, this is my Q-snap mess in here, but this bag was made by Danielle, Crafty Stitches. She is an expert bag maker. Everyone should go to her channel and tell her that she needs to start an Etsy shop where she makes and sells bags because they're just beautiful. This was one of her first bags that she made, and it even has a little handle. Oh, so cute. I remember one time when my oldest was little, or maybe it was my youngest, one of my kids was little, like had just learned to walk. It had to have been my youngest, I guess, in 2020. And he just grabbed this by the handle and started walking away. I was like, where are you going? But it was very cute. Okay. All right, now we are on, so I started with fancy floss. It was very exciting, and so then I decided, well, maybe I can go try some silk. So this is Bee's Knees by Ink Circles, and let's see, it is on, oh look, I have the sticker on here. Picture This Plus 32 count Murmur Lugana. And the floss is Hand Dyed Silk by Rolanda on Etsy, and the color is 216. So I just got enough to do it all in the silk. So I really like this one. It is a little bit complicated, like I have to kind of pay attention to where I am in the pattern. But it's gonna look really nice when it's done. And I do prefer paper patterns. So for this one, I got the paper pattern and then I tape it all together. I don't know why I do that. I really should try to a little bit harder on Markup XP. I do have that. I just haven't gotten the hang of it. So, but, you know, whatever works, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so that was Bee's Knees. All right, and then I saw this kit, and I'm not really a big kit girl, but I really just loved this pattern. This one is Mother and Child. It's a Bucilla kit. Many apologies if I am saying that wrong. This one I'm also guilty about keeping in the Q-snap, so I probably ruined everything, but it's fun. So this came with just white Ada and the DMC. So it's been fun. I kind of was backstitching as I went along, so it was fun to see little baby Jesus come to life. And I have a St. Rose of Lima needle minder. This was from Jordan Avery Art on Etsy. I'm not sure if he sells needle minders anymore, but he does have a lot of very beautiful art. I saw this needle minder, and St. Rose is my confirmation saint. So, and she's also the patron saint of sewing, needlework. So well, this was just perfect for this one. So I should work on this one some more. This one was like kind of my first experience with a lot of confetti and a lot of it's not, I guess it is kind of full coverage ish, but yeah, it's been fun. I should start this one again. That one I really worked on a lot in 2020. So yes, I think I bought this kit off of eBay or something, Mercari or something like that. So this one is so hard to open. I'm not messing with that right now. Okay, next, guess what? Another frosted pumpkin. Stitch along. This one I got because so this one's called Chinese Zodiac, and it's by Frosted Pumpkin. This is on 18 count Ada Fog from Picture This Plus. I really like Picture This Plus fabric, if you haven't been able to tell. I used all the DMC called for, and I think I started with like the DMC gold sparkly, and then I decided I would rather not use that because it's difficult to work with. So I think I switched to a more specialty one, but I'm not 100% sure. And I started this one because at the time I was teaching with VIP Kid, which was a kind of like an English immersion online class for students in China. So it was neat to do this and kind of be a little bit more immersed in Chinese culture. So, and then this needle minder is from Fangirl Fibers. I was part of her needle minder club of the month for a little while, so I thought that would go along with the dragon theme. So this one actually I think is one of the ones that was called for WIPGO, so I will be working on that a little bit. I think I put that I'm gonna work on it at least 4 days a month, so we'll see. Okay, so Frosted Pumpkin. Next, I found the Stitching Book Club, and I did a few of the Stitching Book Clubs. I think I actually bought her subscription. So this is the Great Gatsby, and my goal was to read the book and stitch, and I think I did start reading the book or listening to the book as I was stitching, so I need to get back to this one. This one was a lot of fun. The gold and the black. This is 14 count black Ada from just the craft store, probably Michael's. I had tried 40 count black, and that was a no-go, so this one's a little bit better. Okay, sorry, I had to fix my lighting situation. I'm still learning how to do this whole thing, so if you have any tips or tricks, please leave them in the comments. Okay, so that was Great Gatsby. Next, this one, I bought the pattern for this one, and this was a Christmas one. It's called Gold Peachtree by Satsuma Street. And again, I just really love Satsuma Street's colors and just her vibrant hues and the blocks and stuff. So this one, it's supposed to be on gold, but I actually started it on silver. And so this, that's part of it. This is the bottom, I think. Or maybe it's this way. This is the bottom, and then this is going to be part of the letter Joy. So I bought this pattern and I was just going to kit it myself. I think it came as a kit. Excuse me, but I decided just to kit it myself. But it was super hard to find the perforated paper. So one time when I went into my local needle shop, little needle shop, whatever it is, LNS, one of the ladies there had perforated paper, silver perforated paper. And she's like, we can just have this. So that was amazing. Thank you so much. Because I don't think it's in stock anymore. Like, I don't think it exists anymore. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really hard to find. So, and I do like stitching on the perforated paper. I don't know, it's just fun for me. Okay. Disney Mickey. This one I started in 2021 after I got back from a Disney trip with, one of my friends. We took a girls' trip, a girls' weekend, and I started this one. And so I made a lot of color substitutions just based on what I had. And again, this is Disney Mickey. It's by L Cross Stitch on Etsy. And this is on 16 count Haven Ada by Picture This Plus. So if you're interested in the color substitutions, let me know. And then my friend Danielle gave me this beautiful needle minder, Take Me to the Mouse, of course. I'm a big Disney fan, so as you will see in a minute. There's that one. All right, and then another Disney one. This one is a lot of fun because this one I'm using glow-in-the-dark DMC. So this one is Stormtrooper Sugar Skull by Stitcheria on Etsy. This is 14 count Mystic Ada by Picture This Plus, and I'm using just white glow in the dark. So the glow in the dark is a little bit finicky to work with, but it does look really cool. I started this one for my now 9-year-old when he was into Star Wars. I don't know that he's so much into Star Wars anymore, but there's still time because I have a 4-year-old boy, so I think that'll be really cool when it's finished. I like the monochromatic look on dark fabrics too. So, and then this is one of my favorite needle minders. I just want to go home and cross stitch. It's like every introvert's dream. There's that one. Okay, and here's another shocker. Frosted pumpkin. Here's a frosted pumpkin stitch along that I did not keep up with. This one was called Cozy Café Club. And so it's just a bunch of drinks. But this one is fun because it has beads. So I started this one in March of 2021. I am stitching it on 32 count crystal, some type of fabric from my LNS. And I've started putting some of the beads on there. So you can see some of the beads. Some of the dragon fruit down there. When they announced this one, I was like, I am 100% in because I love coffee. I love drinks. And their designs are just so cute. So cute. So I am using some substitutions just based on what I had. I am using some fancy floss up here, in some of the red I think is fancy floss. And I think there's kind of like a mug or travel mug right here maybe that I am going to switch up a little bit just because I'm not a huge fan of the called for. And this is a little macaroon needle minder, also from Frosted Pumpkin. Oh look, and another bag that Crafty Stitches made. So cute. So cute. All right. Now, so I have 2 nephews, and when one of them was born in 2019, I made a little sampler for him, sent it off. They live across the country, so I had to mail it. Then my second nephew was born 2 years ago, 2022. Yeah. here's his sampler. Sorry. Oh, it'll get done one day. But anyway, it's just some leaves and it might actually be this way. No, I think it's this way. It's just some leaves and foliage, and it went along with this nursery theme. And so I'm going to finish the wreath, and then on the inside put like his name and his date of birth and birth stats and all that. So maybe he will get it by the time he's 2.5, because he's going to be 2 next month. I think if I focused on this, I would get it done. It's on 14 count Ada. It's from Michael's. I don't know if any of you went when the craze was happening, when they had colored Ada at Michael's. That's what that is. I think I'm using the called for floss. Maybe I made substitutions. I don't know. I'm not very organized. So a needle minder, Small World. You're stuck in your head for the rest of the day. Sorry about that. Okay, now we are on my piece de resistance. This is the Fab 50 by Abby Sue Designs. This is by far my largest project, but I am obsessed with this project. So I started this one when she came out with the stitch along in February 2022. So I started off with the frames. So I have all of the frames outlined, and then I kept up, I think, with, she hopped around a lot. So she started with BB-8. So I kept up with BB-8. And now I'm just trying to keep up with the rest of them. But I love this one. I love it. I'm using all the called for DMC, except I made a gold substitution. This, I don't remember what this was supposed to be, but it's I did gold sparkly for some of these up here. So this was when the 50th anniversary was going on at Disney World, and these are all the golden statues that they had around the parks. I just love how detailed they are and how beautiful they are. I mean, the back stitching like really makes it come to life. So I love this one. This is what I have worked on, this probably the most. Obviously it's the biggest one, but I've worked on this one probably the most out of any other project that I've ever done. It's on 16 count. No, sorry, it's not. It's on 32 count lavender Lugana from Zweigart. I got it from 123 Stitch, and I got all the DMCs from 123 Stitch. So I love it. I keep joking with my husband that I'm going to hang it above our bed when I'm done. I'm sure he's super happy about that. But my kids love to see me working on it because they are also obsessed with Disney, because I have influenced them. So that's a really fun one. So that's obviously my biggest project. I also like to do smalls. So this is the Sampler of the Month by Country Cottage Needleworks. I have all of the months. This is as far as I've gotten. So this is obviously January. This is 32 count linen from Hobby Lobby. I have made some substitutions, like I don't know if you can see this. I think this is Weeks Dye Works Icicle, and it's like just very subtly blue and pink in there in the white. So I thought that would be perfect for snow. This is really tealy from Classic Colorworks. I just love these colors. So I do have all of the months, and one day I'll finish them, but I actually do already have a frame that I want to, I think my plan is to kind of do like a frayed edge once I finish it. That's why it's kind of cut close. Some of my projects are very cut close, and some of them have a lot of margin, but yeah, we'll see how this one turns out. And I thought this was perfect to go along with the colors. So that one is January. And I have all the fabric for the next months, but you know, one day. Okay, then I decided, well, let's do a full coverage. Why not? Let's just be crazy and do full coverage. But I did not get very far in this one. Oh, my lights are My lights are going out. Ow. Oh dear. Anyway, okay, we'll try. This is a Disney Parks mat by Xana Cross Stitch on Etsy. It's on 32 count linen from Hobby Lobby. And I am using all the called for flosses, but I'm doing tent stitch 1/1. So this is one that I have to use markup XP for, because otherwise the paper chart would, it's like, I don't know, 30 pages long or something. So I don't know. I think I need to put this one in a Q-snap and try to work on it some more. I just haven't really gotten into this one, but I do have my Disney needle minder on there, so I don't know. I do like the tent stitch, and I do like seeing, I just like seeing progress happen. So it's not my favorite, but I do have a lot of floss from it, so let's see how far we get on that one. All right, and then so since I bought the month sampler, I was going to my little needle shop, LNS, many times, and once a month, to go pick up my my patterns. And so while I was there, I saw this one. This is called The Never Ending Cycle by Hands On Design. It is on, picture this, plus linen, 32 count. I don't know the color because I am the worst. I'm gonna start keeping track of things from now on. Maybe. I did make some substitutions, so I'm using Weeks Dye Works Ultraviolet, Blackboard, Ocean, and then I have 2 DMC colors. So this one is a really nice travel stitch because it's small. So yeah, it's a never ending cycle. I thought that would be perfect for my laundry room because I have cross stitch in my kitchen, in my hallway, in my room, in my daughter's room, in my son's room. Every room except the laundry room, so that would be a good one for that. Okay, then this one is from Just Cross Stitch magazine. It was actually in the October 2022 issue, and this one uses sulky acrylics. So I thought, that would be fun. That would be interesting to do. So it's like a little fox, like with a little cup of coffee on top, and then there was a brush that you could buy to kind of like, once you have the fox filled in, you kind of like brush it to make it kind of like fuzzy. So I thought that would just be like a fun little thing to do. Yeah, I did this one a lot when my daughter was at soccer practice, so I think I need to sign her up for soccer again, so we will be working on this one again soon. Okay, then I love so many of Abby Sue Designs patterns, but she was I guess taking all of these out of her rotation. So this is, I snatched this one up before she took it out. This is the Gabble Sisters from the Aristocats, and this is on 18 count Hobby Lobby Ada. I'm using the called for DMC. So, and this needle minder is beautiful. This is fine. Never seen that meme. You should go look it up. I really like this one. I am stitching 2/1. I don't know. I just like how it looks a little bit more full on the 18 count with 2 strands. So I really like this one. I've been working on this one a lot. I worked on this one a lot at StitchCon also. So I finished the flower at StitchCon. It's a good travel one also. Definitely need to watch the Aristocats when I finish that one. Okay, this is another pattern that I got at my local shop. This one is Cocoa Time by Ink Circles. So the model is actually on a pink piece of fabric, but this is the same fabric that I'm using for the Gabble Sisters, again from Hobby Lobby. But I like, it's just like a little more stiff, and I don't know, I like this one. I like the colors. Using all the called for colors. So I started this one either right around Christmas time or at the beginning of the year, of this year, 2024. So it's a fun one. They also have one coffee one. So I have that pattern, and one day that was fun. All right, now we are getting to the things that I have started this month. So this is one that I started at StitchCon. I had so much fun at StitchCon. I walked around and saw a man lovely gentleman stitching this one, and I just loved it. It's also Satsuma Street Animal House. So I'm actually not loving the fabric so much. I don't know. I got overwhelmed in the annex, and I was just like, okay, this one's good. It is 18 count. Is it 18 count? No, 16 count Ada. I'm not sure who the designer was, or it's like very subtly purple. Very, very subtly purple. But I don't know, it's just kind of like a little bit too white for me. I think I don't really want to restart it because I started it at StitchCon, and it was when I worked on a lot at StitchCon. I got a lot of this done at StitchCon. So I don't know. And this is a needle minder I got at StitchCon, also a little Mario snowman. So this is Animal House by Satsuma Street. I'm using all the called for colors. So that one was fun. This one has memories attached to it. So, and then this bag is one that I got at StitchCon also. I love it. Little fancy bag. I also just recently put all of these like tags on my bags to kind of be able to tell at a glance which ones they are. And then I used all of the different floss drops that I got at StitchCon for these ones. I still have a bunch that I need to put on drops, but I love that one. That one's gonna be really pretty when it's done. Okay, so that was Animal House. Okay, another one I started at StitchCon. I love this one so much. This is You Got This by the Artsy Housewife. It's on beautiful beige, 32 count linen from Keepsakes. And I'm using a few of the fancy flosses, a few of the classic colorworks like Blue Moon, Blue Corn, German Chocolate, and then the rest I'm just doing in DMC. So this is another one that I started at StitchCon, and I can't wait to finish this one. This one's definitely going to go in my kitchen because I love it. And this is one of my oldest needle minders, the I Love Cross Stitch. It's one of the first ones that I got. So it's a classic. Oh, my bags are getting all mixed up over here. Okay, that's that owl one. Okay, we're almost done. We got a few more. Okay, so at StitchCon, I saw the pattern for 324, and it actually sold out before I decided to buy it. But when I got home, I bought it online and started it. And my goal is to not buy any floss for it. So this is actually how I got started organizing my stuff, is because I needed to find all these different colors of DMC. It has 324 different colors in it. So to look through my stash, I needed to know which colors I had and which bag it was in, and because it doesn't use a ton of floss for each of these little motifs. Each little motif is a different color. So yeah, I just am really enjoying this and kind of hunting through and seeing my stash, and yeah, I have a little coffee needle minder there. So this is on also fabric that I got at Hobby Lobby, 32 count. So I may be asking for donations if I do not have any of if I'm missing some floss colors. So we'll see about that. I don't know which bag goes in this one. I actually also made a numerical list of the floss colors so that I can see, like, so I've started checking off ones that I have and crossed off ones that I've used. So if you want this, let me know. If you have the pattern, I will send it to you. All right, just two more. Here's one of the ones that I started just a few days ago, July. So this is part of the Country Cottage Needlework Sampler of the Month. So I started this in June, and now I hope to finish it during July. So we will see. And last one. Started this one a couple days ago too. This is a Mill Hill kit. You Are My Sunshine. So I do the beads as I go because, yeah. Anyway, my kids just got home, so time to go. Just in time because I finished all of my projects. So thank you so much for watching. I hope if you like what you see that you subscribe and stay tuned. In my next video, I hope to show you some of my FFOs, my fully finished objects, and maybe some UFOs because I did put some away as I was organizing my stash. So anyway, thanks for watching.